In this video, I want to give you a brief tour of my action zone. This is where I organize to-do items, scheduled items, and all the actions I want to become habits. I originally started this page based on August Bradley's Pillars and Pipelines system. When designing your own system, I would highly recommend that you check out August's work. Thomas Frank is also excellent. And just see if there are parts you like. At this point, I don't know how much of my system is truly original, but there are a lot of details and subsystems I have added, so I thought it might be worthwhile to give a tour. At the top of my workspace, I have my habits and daily scores. I am motivated by tallying up points when I engage in positive habits. The day's score is a visible number I can see and later translate into some sort of reward. I laugh at myself a little because the point system makes me feel like I'm collecting Chuck E. Cheese coins or some sort of theme park money, but it does actually help me accomplish personal identity goals. This is a linked view from my habits database, which is filtered to only show the page created for today. Notion automatically makes these pages for me daily, so I don't have to make them myself. I have individual checkboxes within the day's page, and when I click one of these buttons, it will automatically update the day's score. For this sort of system, it was important to limit the number of habits I attempted to foster at a given time. Having too many new habits in the works at once can be overwhelming, and the quantity of code becomes cumbersome. If you choose to try this system, take some time to think of the few habits that really need encouragement and you would really benefit from tracking. I have 10 total habits in my system. This is my dream journal. My dreams can be really fun, exciting, and sometimes insightful, so when I feel like doing so, I write them down. Like my habits filtered view, this is an automatically generated page within my dream database, and here I only see today's page. I can give this dream tags based on the content or insight, say the names of my friends or the fact that I was a pirate or some connection to an event in my life. Then I'll very subjectively rate whether or not I liked it, giving it marks out of 10. Then here I can use the dream template to basically just write down my dream. In order not to clutter up my database with empty dream templates, I made an automation which, once the day has passed, deletes empty pages and keeps any page that has content written. Next down here, this is what I call my kit or keep in touch machine. This is a linked view of my contacts database, which syncs with a particular label in my Google Contacts. The whole point of the keep in touch machine is to remind me to contact people who I have not contacted in a long while. A lot of it is going to have to be blurred out because this is a person's actual contact. But if I open up a contact, I can see the various ways of reaching out to this person. If I don't feel up for contacting a particular person, I can hit pass, which allows the automation to move on to the next contact prompt in my database. Otherwise, I can hit contacted. Keeping in touch with old friends is one of my hopeful habits that can get me an extra point on my day score. I realize there is a lot of background coding, filtering, and general creating for some of these systems, so if there's interest, I can come back and in different videos show you how I set these systems up in more depth. I like looking at pretty things, so I've also included one of my favorite paintings. For my scheduled tasks and to-dos, I have created a linked view of my action items database. I rank by first, second, and third priorities, or by scheduled events. This is tomorrow's action items. These are very simple filters organized by their due date. That's DO date, not DUE date. I also block a lot of properties that I don't feel the need to see. They might be important properties to have, but seeing them all the time and everywhere isn't necessary. This is my week preview. It gives me a good day-by-day overview and makes short notice scheduling really easy. I separate my tasks into projects so that I don't waste time and energy agreeing to directionless chores. All my projects align with core personal goals, but some have a definite ending point, while other projects are hopefully lifelong. I have separated these into 2 categories. Right, so hopefully I will always have friends. Hopefully I will always have a church life with fellow Christians and believers. Unfortunately, I will probably have to pay bills for the rest of my life. For finite projects, I have an indicator for project completion based on task completion. Finally, over here, I have quick links and notes. These are for school, booking meetings, and my personal Zoom room with a few extra notes if I don't feel like creating anything elaborate. That is my complete action zone tour. This is where I spend the vast majority of my time throughout the day. I hope that you find this helpful, and maybe you can use some of these pieces in your own Notion systems.